G&T right back at it. Welcome back. Your captain is on the deck, ready to welcome y'all guys into the show. We have a good one ahead. Man, I wish y'all guys was actually here for like the last 15, 20 minutes with your boys because we were just mellowing out on this fantastic Thursday. Well, this is Wednesday, but right before Thanksgiving. I'm mumbling. Let's go. Yeah. G&T Sports Talk. Right back at it. Welcome back, peoples. Welcome back. We got a lot to talk about. And I got to introduce my boys that's on the panel for tonight. Bird Gang in the building.
Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? We back at it. Episode 112. Only you. Turn it over to you, Cat.
Oh, you got it. Tom, the promoter in the house.
Yeah, what's going on? Like Joel said, man. Episode 112, where the players dwell. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for tapping in, man, to another episode of GNT Sports Talk, man. We just thank y'all. Like you said, nothing rapping, man. Let's get right to it.
Yeah, you got it. Look, it's a lot to kind of unbox this past week, but you know it's crazy because y'all guys, like I said earlier, it's a shame y'all guys was not like tuned in with us for the last like 10, 15 minutes. Man, your boys were just zoning out, man, having good old conversation, listening to some music, some stuff that we haven't heard before. So in other words, we in really good moods tonight, and I needed that after what I just went through with the Eagles this past weekend. But we're going to go past that right now and just talk about just good vibes and good things on this fantastic Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So without any other doubts, let's go ahead and get this thing started. Guys, how you guys doing tonight?
I'm chilling, Cap. I mean, hey, look, man, we headed into another Thanksgiving. I'm sure you guys ready to feast tomorrow and all that stuff. But, man, a lot to be thankful for, but I'm good, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, likewise, bro. I'm good. Living, woke up. I'm chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, coming off the good vibes and the good energy, you know what I'm saying? We just had prior to coming into the show, to go into obviously tomorrow, man, like you said, giving thanks to, everybody, you know what I mean, that's involved, that's tapped in with GNT Sports Talk, man. We wish y'all a, happy Thanksgiving, man. Hope everybody, be hanging out with loved ones and everybody who they, what I'm saying, it was closest to them, you know what I mean, at this time, of the year, man. Like it's a year that obviously always would be the same, man. Bring back memories of when you was younger and favorite places you like to go. Who macaroni and cheese was the best, who stuffing was the best, you know what I'm saying? Recipes ain't nobody want to give away and you know what I'm saying, things like that, man. But yeah, man, as long as everybody, like I said, in good health, good spirits, man, and everything is aligned to have that and feast together with the ones y'all love, man. We just we send out a lot of love for that, man. So
now, so just so you know, remember I said I wanted to start off this show with good vibes. Then this man on Instagram wanted to go ahead and show up. Black and Mild 83. Anybody see that Cowboys Eagles E-Girls game? Is what you want to say. Okay. Okay. I just told y'all we had good vibes. I just told y'all. And now all of a sudden Mr. Black and Mild want to go ahead and try to go ahead and ruin my whole entire night. Look, I guess we got no other choice but to at least get into this conversation about this game. I just want to say this, and I'll let y'all go ahead and dive in. Mr. Black and Mild, Mr. 83. Enjoy your Super Bowl, bro, because that's all you're going to get. The way that y'all was celebrating all through Philly. I don't know how these fans are, Cowboys fans, and Philly is a whole different conversation. But how I see these fans all jumping up and all up and down, all through the city, right? you go and see like videos of their locker room, and they're they waving the flag. And no, look, Mr. Nealon, God bless the man. Sorry for what happened to him, but your teammates need to be slapped because they act like that was the best game that they ever played in their whole entire life, and that was not the case. But nonetheless, that was your Super Bowl. Enjoy, brother. Enjoy it. I'll let y'all go ahead and take the wheel from here.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. That's my man Edwin from Dallas, man. Fellow, obviously, well, ex fellow Cowboys fan. You know, what I mean, my man 50 grand. You know what I'm saying? He been popping this shit. You know what I'm saying? All on IG and things like that, man. But like, I mean, you know how it is, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that rivalry means everything on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
as far as who wins and who loses. Like, I mean, obviously being on all of the, born on, that side or whatever, man. I mean, y'all know how it was, you know what I'm saying, when we won, you know what I'm saying, and I came to work and shit like that, and vice versa, you know what I'm saying? When y'all was the beat, you know what I'm saying, the Cowboys, and I came into work, you know what I'm saying, everybody wanted to, you know what I mean, have a word or two, for me. So, you know how I get, man. It's gonna get stupid or it's gonna get, you know what I mean, crazy. Like shit, they was even rumbling in them Jones, man. They was fighting in the game and after the game. They shit outside, you know what I'm saying? He was getting it in, man. That rivalry brings that rivalry bring everything out of, like I said, out of both sides, man. Like like it's still people that still be saying that beating the Cowboys is their Super Bowl, regardless of if y'all really win it or not. It's like they don't want to lose to the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so it's just like whatever happens, in football life. Like the Eagles could go 2-15 in the season. As long as them two wins against the Cowboys, they won. They like it probably wouldn't give it don't really fucking matter. I mean, don't get me wrong, y'all still probably be pissed because what I'm saying, we stink. But you know what I'm saying? But y'all get what I'm saying, man. Like that rivalry just brings out everything in both sides. And then the shit talking, you know, the shit talking for me used to be on the beam. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I would go crazy. Like people probably,
Yeah.
I bet people probably really wanted to rumble me. You know what I'm saying? At times, you know what I'm saying? Because but I wanted the people to always understand. Like it wasn't done. Well, it was of course it was done because I hated y'all, but like it wasn't done to be like this. Like to just be like this. I just want to one up everybody. But it was like I was like not saying the only one, but like I had to defend myself, you know what I'm saying, a lot. So I was like, fuck that. I'm going to go to the lowest of the lowest. So I'm going to just be a nag when we win so people can hate me. Be like, this is how the fuck I feel about y'all, you know what I'm saying? But we're all in love. I'm saying all in love, you know what I'm saying? Because it ain't that serious where, you know what I'm saying, we got to be rumbling over this shit. Like, I'm going to talk shit. You going to get mad. Like, oh, okay. But, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, like I said, man, y'all know how it is, man.
Yo, I hate going to work to see you if the Eagles lost. Yo, I hated seeing your face. Like you was one of the ones like, please tell me this man is off today. Please tell me this man is off today. Please tell me. And then you just walk by, it'll be like you have your shorts on in the middle of like January, just looking at me side-eyed. I'm like, oh man, I gotta deal with this crap for a whole entire week.
No, you know what it used to be, man? It used to be because nobody would have nothing to say. Like I was like, come on, y'all, come on, man. Don't do this. Don't do this. Because if like people used to wait at the front door for me, like 5 o'clock in the morning, like for real? Like, damn, come on, y'all. Y'all ain't even had no coffee yet, but y'all couldn't wait to see me. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, what happened yesterday, Tom? I'm like, ah man, here you go. Here you go. Like so it was just that's why I was on a being like that, man.
I hated it.
Yeah, I remember those times, but that's why even before we started this podcast and all that stuff, I was always saying like, "Yo, Tone actually, when he was a Cowboys fan, he was one of the realest ones." Because I was like, "Yo, whether they win or lose, you got the same tone." Unlike like Brian just pointed out, where he been at all season, because that's what typically happens. You got some fans that want to be fans when it's convenient, not like when Tone was a Cowboys fan. Tone was like, I don't give a shit, y'all won. Y'all still trash. Y'all still trash. Y'all pigeons. They going all crazy. So I definitely can remember those times. But yeah, I mean, look, man, like as far as for the Eagles fan in me, like, was it a tough loss? Absolutely. Am I concerned moving forward? Not really, because we kind of expected this, especially with Lane Johnson being. I think with how close the game was, us having Lane Johnson there on that side would have made the difference, and we would have won because they only won by 3. So he would have either slowed somebody down, gave Hurts a little more time to make a play, and I think we would have came out victorious. But that's my issue with this team right now. Currently, is the offensive line, and I
Yep.
think that's the biggest glaring issue that's causing everything else to kind of like not go so well. Starting with the run game.
I definitely agree. I mean, the offensive line is, when you look at just how the whole entire offense just kind of like slows down, or how Hurts is now being sped up, it has everything to do with the offensive line. I mean, that there has not been any consistency when it comes to health when that starters the whole entire year. The whole entire year, like there hasn't been a consistent group of starters. So I mean, we're actually seeing that, but I mean, we want to put blame on everybody else, but in actuality, that old line needs a lot of help. They need work and any health. You know what I mean? I don't think no, I don't think we had a healthy a healthy Dickerson yet. I think he's just starting to feel better now because he was hurt from the very beginning. We already know about Lane. Mylotta may be going through something, but he's battling at least. At least he's still out there. Steen is not. He's not that guy, but he's better than everybody else that we had. But if you look at it, who Steen replaced, he's hurt all season long too. We're over there with the Chargers. So no matter what, like you can see the remnants of last year of them having a 2,000 yard back, back there, because none of them are healthy right now. Jurgens as well. Like none of them is like truly healthy.
Yeah, and it begins in the trenches. You win the game, up in the trenches, offense, defense. Whoever wins that battle is obviously going to make do well. And with our O line, they're not creating any type of holes for Saquon to run through. And then on top of that, when they need to get some protection, they're giving that protection up as well. But all up and down, starting off the season with having Becton that was here last year, not on the team you already had a new O line, and then people actually being hurt. So definitely the biggest issue and my concern moving forward. But again, I'm not too worried about the season and how it's going to unfold.
Hey,
12 months. Okay.
oh, go ahead. What jump month say?
No, it said as soon as Barkley get the ball, the defense is already in his face. 100% truth. They actually said that when Barkley gets the ball, he has -1 yard to work with, where last year he wasn't being touched until after, on average, about 5 yards. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah. So I like don't get me wrong. I'm not saying what y'all guys are saying about the O line and the injuries and this and that ain't key factors because who can what I'm saying do what you used to do or run like a well-oiled machine if things aren't what I'm saying intact. But like that game started. I didn't see the game entirely. What I'm saying, I had something going on, but it started out where the Eagles jumped out to a 21 to nothing lead. What I'm saying, like and being a fan of the ex fan of the Cowboys in those games that I was used to, that I was privy to. Anytime the team got down a lot, even if they did come back, it would be in the high 30s, high 40s, because it was just like the defense just couldn't stop anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like Dak would come through with some late, third quarter, fourth quarter drives. They would score quick. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, and then most times, what I'm saying, might even come out, so on the losing side. But this one was different only because I think I don't know what's going on. Like if it's just like I said, the offensive line, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, y'all scored on the first three possessions of the game. Or first three times y'all had the ball. Obviously didn't score anymore after that. But it was just like the offense just went straight still after that. Like no, it was really no production like anywhere. Not even running. Like yeah, they would do the the little runs with with Hurts And then like Saquon, I don't know if it's like I said the offensive line. I don't know what's going on, man. Like he just totally seems like it looks like a different running back. Like like I said, more than just the offensive line having the injuries. I was like, damn, what's going on? And then like I said, and then the turnovers. The turnovers is yeah, obviously was key and major, and the missed field goal even by both kickers missed field goals, but you know what I'm saying like and then, like I said, it would normally be a high scoring game, but then like I said, for y'all offense to sputter, and then for this defense to make some plays, and then they came back, they did some drives, and then these was games for me that I really didn't see Dak winning. You know what I'm saying? Sticking with it, the defense holding because that would it like just think about the Green Bay the playoff Green Bay game that like a couple years ago with them. Like Green Bay was just running it up at the beginning of the game. It was just the game was out of reach, and Dak trying to make plays through pick six, and it's like they fought back, but it was like the game was just too far out of hand, and it was over. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, something looked different, seemed different. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was the Sean Nealon thing, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it's something that you shouldn't be concerned about, but it's something going on where it's just like yo, like all right, man, we know who these players are, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, everybody. Like I don't know what personally Devontae Smith had going on. You know what I'm saying? He probably wasn't there 100% mentally. You know what I'm saying? Whatever is going on between Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, that's clearly affecting, what I'm saying, the offense. The offensive coordinator seems to not really be, all in line. Or even if, I know you won't want to do the same thing that the offensive coordinator last year, did, but you got to mirror something, you know what I'm saying? Because if it worked, you know what I'm saying? Like if that system worked, and like you said, you had a 2,000-yard rusher, like, damn, all right, let's do some of the things that we did that got him that, or let's try to get close because clearly whatever you doing right now, man, is not working. It's just not working, man. Like and to AJ, what he's beefing about or what his issue is about, it's like, yo, like a game like that's to me, that's what he was talking about when he was saying these will be games that we won't win. You know what I'm saying? Like being up 21 to nothing in a crazy hostile rivalry game, you ready to blow the doors off these dudes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like being up by that much. And that's what he's talking about. If that offense was anywhere near what they was, that game would have been 50 to 20. You know what I'm saying? Like if this was probably last year, they'd have blew the doors off the boys, you know what I'm saying, being up 21 up that early. That's what AJ Brown is talking about. I don't think he's so much talking about, oh, throw me the ball, throw me the ball, throw me the ball. Like, we all got to be, you know what I'm saying, like, ready and right. You know what I mean? Not just this guy having, like, I don't know how y'all feel the season that Dallas Goedert's having. I thought he used to be a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, more involved, catching, like, I'm like, damn, what's going on with everybody, man?
Yeah.
Nah, you're right. He was the only one that was being consistent at the beginning of the year, and then over the last couple of weeks, I guess they're making a conscious effort to try to get AJ Brown the ball, which they have been, but it's been resulting in being on the opposite side of the win column. Specifically last week. So I mean, my thing, all in all, like right now, my issue is with the offensive line, and I think everything's stemming from that. Which is affecting the passing game and the run game. And we got some comments on IG and people wanting to put Tank Bigsby in. And I agree with that as well, because I think that's the only thing that looks different that we do. And that's why it's effective when he does come into the game and then they hand him off the ball. And he's been getting those 10, 15-yard runs and, at a clip. So that's definitely, something that's different. And I think they're just like very predictable right now when it comes to play calling. But I don't know if that's because of them having the knowledge of the O line being so banged up that there's only certain things that they're kind of sticking to and safe plays, but it's not working.
Right. Like how many times you mentioned Dallas Goedert? How many times have we seen the same play with Dallas Goedert? Like it's like we seen it like 3 times last week, and like one was pulled back because it was a holding, or either that was the illegal man downfield. Either war. No, it was the line was on the extra lineman was covering the receiver. That's what it was. But anyway, like it was called back, but it was the same play. It's like look at Dallas Goedert.
Predictable.
Like Dallas Goedert was literally all over the field. The middle of the field was Dallas. That was him. You know, that was him, or it was a quick slant, or something from the other guys. Like I said, is
Yeah,
predictable.
that's what I was gonna say. Like, I mean, you obviously was your point, and I was talking to somebody recently about that. It was like, yo, it just seems like we very very predictable, man. You know what I'm saying? As far as like the plays, like it's just like we do go routes and hooks, go routes and hitches, and it's just like, hey man, it's not that hard to defend, a play that that may be coming. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be a few defensive schemes that you can run that you be ready for either play. You know what I mean? So it's just like you gotta switch it up, man. Like I said, I don't know how it is in the NFL if you mirror another, what I'm saying, coordinators plays or try to run the schemes or shit, even get some insight from these guys. Like what do y'all think? What I mean, we should do on these kind of plays, or I don't know, give. I don't know if how much power or if he calls off a lot of plays. Like if Jalen changes the play, like look, we ain't going with what this dude is talking about. Like we know that's what I'm saying. They need. I want to see them. Like look, man. Like let's get this shit together, man. Like we know what we can do. You know what I'm saying? No, we know what we can run to make something work. Jalen can read the defense and see what it is and just be like, oh look. Let's run this. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? If the coordinator throwing us some bullshit or stuff that's just not working, like yeah, they definitely need a kickstart or a different something got to change.
Well, they lucky they got a short week and they're gonna be having a big test this week. I mean, all the games, and we blessed to be freaking football fans because tomorrow's slate of games all mean something, and the same thing for
Hmm.
Friday. So these next 4 games that we're gonna have the opportunity to watch as football fans are gonna be fire for this. The best Thanksgiving slate I've seen in a long
In a long
time. All
time. Yeah,
meaningful games. You
yeah,
got
yeah.
Baltimore versus the Bengals. You got Green Bay versus Detroit. And then you have, the KC in a must-win situation and the Cowboys in a
Cowboys
must
in a must
situation.
situation. Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah, because
then
they both in the hunt. They both
right,
in the
and
hunt.
then you got 8-3 teams playing on Friday. Like it's going to be crazy because Chicago needs to win to
Yeah.
Yeah,
maintain
this,
pace on
yeah,
what
Green Bay
happens
and
tomorrow with
Minnesota.
Green
I mean
Bay and
Green Bay.
Detroit.
Right,
So it's
right.
crazy. And Lou, get at me. Don't worry about it. We got your back again. We'll take care of the Bears for you because he's already talking. He was the first one talking on IG about the Eagles. He's like, we tied with them. Y'all lost. Man, I don't know how to do the math. Which one's worse? He was talking this crap, but I know he's gonna be cheering for us on Friday, with us, having to take care of the Bears for him if his Packers beat Detroit, which that's gonna be an interesting game.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I don't want his petty. Like, I don't want his petty rooting for us. Nah, stay on your side, bro. Like we did beat them. We just happened to lose on this one. That it happens. It happens.
Yeah.
But it's funny though, right? Because no, jokingly, I'm pretty sure I said that I believe we was going to sweep Dallas, right? I was like, yeah, we're going to sweep Dallas. We're going to sweep all 3 teams, right? Deep down, like we always break even with Dallas almost every year. Almost every year. So a part of me that was like, all right, I know we're gonna lose one game, but it still hurt though, bro. Like, like it
Just
hurt.
the way it happened. I mean, look, it was bad, but man, I had a family member. Oh man, God bless her heart, Elaine. Uh, man, mommy of Fab Five. She usually on here, on watching as well. She was at the game,
Uh,
and when it was 21 zip, we texted back and forth. Oh, this is great. And then by the end of it, I was like, damn, she's down there. She was like, they acting like they won the Super Bowl or something. They ain't win shit. I'm like, yo, you better run out of there. She was like, no, I'm staying here. She was like, I'm staying here. I'm defending myself. I was like, yo, this is crazy. But man, that's the worst part because that kind of sunk in when we was in Green Bay. I was like, damn, when I came out here and I got to listen to Lou all the way to ride back. It was like, man, but
Dog, remember, hey,
that's the
Cat, you
risk.
remember when we
That's
went?
the risk.
Yo,
Yo, but it get like that. It get like that out there, man. It get like that on both sides. I've been on both sides. Like as far as when the Eagles beat them down there and I was down there, and then when the Cowboys beat them when I was down there. Like they go bonkers on both sides, man. Like, 'cause there be a lot of Eagles fans,
Yeah,
in that building, man. Like, it's been when I traveled, when I went there. It'd be a lot of Eagles fans in there. So of course it's gonna be more, Dallas fans when they win versus how it is the
yo,
Eagles. But yeah, they get it down. I remember one time being out, this this is funny, right? I remember one time being down there. We tailgating and shit, and we walking through the crowd, everybody talking, they smack or whatever, this and that, and we run into like 3 or 4 white boys, right? And they got on their Eagles jerseys, and we going back and forth, we talking trash, da 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 da. And then right at the end of how we was like trash talking, um, one of them was like, "Yo, where you from?" And I was like, "Philly." They was like, "You from Philly?" Like, "Yo, we from Philly too." Like, so we all like dapped it up and shit. It was all like, "Yeah, all right, yo." You know what I'm saying? Like, it was
yeah,
like all love after that. And I was like, "Oh, there's some cool boys and shit, man." But yeah, man, they definitely Eagles definitely represent down at John down in Dallas.
yo.
yeah.
Like so,
I've been to one down there too. It got
we,
interesting, huh?
bro, bro. The last time I went to Dallas to watch Eagles versus Dallas, I went with that man.
And who won?
It wasn't us.
It
You
was a
know,
long
Yeah,
ride home for you.
yo,
yeah.
100,000
Oh man,
people in the stadium, but the amount of trash talking that me and my crew was doing as we was walking through that stadium,
you left there with
bro.
some clammy ass hands, all sweating and shit. You're
Yo,
like, oh, I can't wait to get out of this
Yeah,
stadium. I
right.
got lucky
Yeah.
when I went. I ain't gonna lie. First play, touchdown, Michael Vick to Deshaun Jackson.
oh,
Then he
that one.
turns around.
Oh yeah, Tony fella
I
when they
started
going, yeah.
talking my shit, bro, right then and there.
Right.
Like it was crazy. I ended up driving there. This is when I was actually living out in the Midwest. So we ended up driving from Kansas all the way down. It was like an 8 hour drive or something. Then my cousin from Florida, he obviously caught the plane, met us there. So he's at the game. I got the Michael Vick jersey on. He got Deshaun Jackson. First play that happened, I'm like, oh no. I'm like talking my shit. Yo, Eric, all of a sudden you just see all the Dallas fans looking back. They're like, yo, you might want to keep it down. It's gonna get crazy. I'm like, I ain't keeping shit down. We turning up. Yep. But yeah, I can't imagine being on the opposite side of that, man. Because I know you left there.
Bro,
Yeah,
bro.
man, it was crazy because I think that we blew the doors off y'all too. That John, I was like,
Woo.
man,
Yo,
like I
that,
think it was crazy. It was an ugly John. That's why I think Jalen threw a pick six. Trayvon Diggs ran that John back. It was
Oh
yeah, it was
man.
it got ugly in that John.
now that was the one you went to. The one we went to, Wentz was still the quarterback, and that was the game where like Wentz went ahead and threw a bomb to Aguilar, and Aguilar act like he couldn't find the ball.
Oh, he lost it in the lights.
That
He
guy.
lost
It was that night.
Remember, yo, remember the ball on the news came at Aguilar. It was
That
like,
was
yo,
that
people.
night. That was that same night, probably. Unlike Aguilar.
I'm like
He
Aguilar.
said my man was throwing babies out the burning building. We catching them, unlike Aguilar.
Yo, that just shows
He
you
said,
how,
but
how
he said that's
crazy
just a
Eagles
different story.
fans are. You know, you
Yeah,
say here, you just saved the baby's life and you just had to freaking drop the Eagles reference on him. Like, oh man.
I'm like
unlike Aguilar. But that's another story. So anyway, I was
Yeah.
like, that ball was wild for that one. But yeah, man. Yeah,
yeah,
that joint. That's yeah. I've been out there. I've been out there a few times. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. Being that being a fan of them dudes, man. But no, man. Like I said, all in all, rivalry game, man. It was a tough game. It was. I ain't gonna front, man. That's. I mean, not for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Not for y'all. But that's a game you want to see, man. That's a type of rivalry. That's a game, man. That's a game that like. You go back and you be like, damn, we should have won that, John. We was a 21, we made this and that, da, da, da. But like, and yes, you do want some bragging rights when you, like I said, you blow the doors off of a team and shit, man. But Don't be the games you want to see, man. Team battling. I wish it could have been 21-24 where they was going back and forth and it was a kind of defensive type, joint where like you just stress like both teams stressing like, damn, we could have fucking both had the game, you know what I'm saying? But for it to
Mhm.
be a comeback win like that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, games that that you rarely see, Dak win a game like that. You know what I'm saying? That joint was, I don't know, it was a good joint, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I know probably not in y'all's, man, but yeah,
So
I don't think America was mad with probably how that game went. You know what I'm
no,
saying? Like,
no, that was
Nah,
happy.
the first home game after that happened to that young man taking his life, man, it had a lot of
it
meaning for
seemed
them
like
and
it
stuff
seemed like
like that too.
it could have been written, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like some
Right.
shit
No,
you
I
be
don't
looking
think
at
like
like,
that, man.
no,
I
I'm
think
just
they just
saying.
came out and won, like, fair and square. But like I said, like I think if we would have just had Lane Johnson, it would have been we would have been on the opposite end of that. Just because we would have got an extra play or extra something would have happened. Because that side was getting blown up. It was like as soon as he hiked the ball, they were right there.
Yep.
But
Hey Ty,
you,
how you doing?
And then
you
another thing what they said, yo, what's going on? What's going on? Another thing what they said is that even though it was against the obviously the Raiders and then obviously last Sunday against the Eagles, the pass I think they said their front four is creating like they tie like seventh right now in the league as far as pressuring the quarterback. And then I think I was watching like NFL Live and obviously Jason Kelsey's on there and he's talking to Marcus Spears and they get into the game. They're talking about just the center position, right? And they like what Quentin Williams now does for the Cowboys is he was like, centers when I guess certain plays that certain pass plays that you call centers is can direct the traffic or direct the direction of like where he can double team at. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, because if he know he ain't really got no pressure up front, he can turn it to the left, right? They like what Quentin Williams does is no, you got to focus on this ball. You know what I mean? So he ain't helping somewhere else. So they like what that's doing right now for the Cowboys is they can win a lot of one-on-one matchups with their regular passing, like the ball Ziggy Zua, the boy Kenny Clark, who they traded, you know what I'm saying, it got in the Micah, you know what I mean, deal. They said now these guys are being played one-on-one. And to your point, Joel, having a offensive line that is not full strength and you got these backup players, Cowboys was winning they was winning those matchups. Shit, like I said, we talked about Saquon being different, but as far as him running, them lanes just wasn't there. You know what I'm
No.
saying? And he ain't no he ain't no big guy, he ain't no Derrick Henry, he ain't gonna run through a few dudes, you know what I'm saying, like that to get some yards. It was just like every time that boy touched the ball, he's like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? But then that makes you think it's like, okay, so then my man just abandons the run game because to your point, he don't even use the ball. Bigsby, he didn't bring him in to run the ball. I don't know. Did they use Shipley? Is he playing or did
Third
he
down,
have any play? Like
every once in a
it's
while.
like it's like
yeah, he comes in the
this
block.
ball.
That's the only thing he does.
Yeah, like he don't have no kind of running game out that John man. Like I don't get it.
Yeah. Ty said Landon Dickerson said that they weren't prepared for that. I guess for that for I guess how Williams was going to really help out. No, what just got finished saying, Tom?
Yeah, what though? That's messed up though that a player comes out and says that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, what do you mean you're not prepared for it? So what are you in film study? What are y'all doing? You can't just look at this guy and say, oh, because he with a new team, he might not know the scheme yet. So
They
no,
played them before too.
he's still right. He's still the same player. What do you mean? That's how I don't see how you could say that. How you could say we wasn't prepared for that. So what was you prepared for? You forgot this dude was playing? Like what? That's a knock on the coaching from the player, and to me, that's a coach on the knock on the coach to his player. How would you allow? How could he say that? How could he say that y'all wasn't prepared for that?
You
What?
know,
Yeah,
you
and
know.
that clearly was like the move when even ironically Jerry Jones is explaining that, and a couple people when they traded Micah, they were talking about how he was a great pass rusher, but against the run, he couldn't do anything. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And then when they traded for Clark, and then they also got, Williams in there now, that situation solidified that they're in the middle. So, but like to Brett's point that commented on IG about putting Bigsby in, I think that just gives us a whole different look because we haven't used them. So now the defense on that side is looking like, yo, like, hold on. Like, what? Saquon's out. All right, we know what he does because they probably overstudy for him because you don't want to get beat by Saquon, even though he hasn't done nothing this year. But, when Bigsby in, they're like, oh, like this is a whole different look. They don't know what to expect. They'll run the same exact run that they did with Saquon, but they were prepared for it with Saquon. And for some reason with Tank, it just gives that element of surprise because you don't know what's going to happen until it happens.
Right. They said that that they didn't practice for a 5-man front. All right, whatever. It just tells me.
And where's the adjustment at? That's what
exactly.
I'm saying. Like that adjustment in second half never happened. And then
AJ Brown said it.
Third quarter,
AJ Brown said it.
There was no, like, you don't never see any type of adjustments like that. And this is not new. Like, I mean, like, we could go back, in recent history and see games where we'll either won't score the first half, like when we played earlier this year and came back and won against the Rams in the second half, or the same thing that happened. We'll score in the first couple quarters, we'll pop it in the neutral, start cruise controlling, like just, like not really, foot. I don't want to say foot on the gas because you want to take care of the ball and win that time of possession in the second half, especially when you have the lead. But it seems like they just go to these conservative plays and you're sitting there and you're just like, bro, like, all right, you were up 21-0. Now they scored 7. You're only up 14. Oh, now you're only up 7. They just scored again. And then it's like, don't worry about it. We'll get it together. Something either we'll either convert on a third down or extend the drive somehow, and then it doesn't happen. And then now it's 21-21, and then now you're pressing. Now you're panicking, trying to call these plays and trying to call something different and get off of that conservative vibe. You know what I mean? And then you're just sitting there and looking up, and now they're driving down, time running out. They kick the field goal and won.
I personally think they overlooked them. They was trying to overlook them. They go ahead and look over towards the Bears or wherever the next big team is going to be. I think they overlooked them. That's just me personally. Like it's all right, we go ahead and put up 21 points. Our defense been shutting these other powerful offenses down. They combined like 16 points within the last 2 weeks talking about the Bears. I'm sorry, talking about the Lions and the Packers. They're like, yeah, we can go ahead and shut down that offense. All we got to do is put up 21 points and just coast through everything else because our defense is going to shut down everything.
Yeah, nope. But that offense is better, bro. Like the Dallas Cowboys offense with CeeDee Lamb and Pickens and what Pickens is doing, and Javonte back there, and then you got a solid tight end. That offense is better than the Green Bay offense. Now, Detroit, that one right there is better. You know what I mean? So that one was like a coin flip to me. But I think the embarrassing part for me being an Eagles fan is that you didn't make any adjustments from an offensive standpoint for the second half to score. But neither did the defense. So Dallas was able to manage and not only make the adjustments to come back and score 24 unanswered and win the game, but also from a defensive standpoint, be able to hold you to nothing after you scored 21. So it was like they did a double adjustment, and we couldn't make any adjustments on either side for the second half to come out with the victory. That's the most disheartening thing for me. But again, I think from an offensive standpoint, is the O-line that's killing us right now. And they better figure something out soon.
Yeah, I think they said after the first 3 possessions, y'all had to rock 8 more times after that. And it was like 5 first downs game and like 111 yards. So they like after that 21-0, lead to only have 5 first downs and 111 yards after that, they was like, that's definitely a recipe for disaster. Especially if the team is making a push. And if y'all ain't scoring and then your defense ain't still just holding them to that 0 or 3 field goals and stuff like that, they inching away. They, scaling back, boom, boom, boom. And then once this, the fire hit the stove, you like, oh shit, damn, the game's tied up. and like I said, that fumble, man, and obviously a lot went wrong, man. Y'all was heavily penalized that game. You know what I'm saying? Said one of the most, sloppiest games y'all played. Then with like I said, not producing anything in the second half, and then like you said, not being able to adjust on defense. You know what I'm saying? That's what killed it.
Those two fumbles. That second fumble was it. That was the backbreaker. Because ended up being that the Eagles defense stepped up.
Oh yeah, the Saquon John, the Saquon. But no, then the ball they said the ball y'all got they just recently picked up who fumbled on the kickoff John or the punt John, whichever one it was. They said I think he said he's had like 37 touches in the NFL, and I think he's fumbled like 12 times or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was like 14 times or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a crazy stat line with as far as how many touches he's had versus how many times he's fumbled. I don't get why this dude's still in the league. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I don't understand why he even caught it. Like, yo,
right, it was on the 2-yard line.
Yeah, you should have never even caught that. Like, it's like, bro, like,
would have been a touchback.
If you're within the goal line or the 5, you're supposed to act like you're about to catch it, move out the way, let it bounce, and hope it either bounces towards the 20-yard line, or you're really hoping that you get a touchback. That's what you're hoping for.
Right.
For whatever reason, he catches it, starts running instead of up the field, lateral.
Start making moves.
Yeah, like, come on, bro. What's wrong with you, bro? And then now, fast forward to today, we got Covey back. That's what happened.
Covey.
They
put Makuba on the IR. They brought Brent McCovey back. Covey, whatever. And
wait, from where? Andrew, like, he was hurt, or they just signed him, or he wasn't on the team?
That's re-signed him.
Yeah, they just re-signed him.
He wasn't on the squad.
Yeah, but I'm like, bro, like, this is crazy, man. That's one thing since probably, well, obviously Brian Westbrook was back there, but when we got the other guy from that was a long-time kick returner for Washington, I forget his name. Brian Mitchell? Yeah, Brian Mitchell. We haven't had a great kick returner since then.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? We had a couple guys that were back there for a small period of time, but that's a position where I feel like the Eagles never really had it, like, wanted to have someone of value back there.
Well, we had Darren Sproles for a while, and
but he was the running back too. But
but
that's what I mean. Like, since then though, you got them guys. That's it. They haven't really had anybody back there.
Nope. Which was always the problem before that we always talked about, like years ago. It's like, yo, we need a good punt returner. We need a good kick returner. Haven't had it. It's always been our backup running backs, because Corey Clement was our kick returner for a while. Then, like I said, Sproles was doing kind of like both roles. Reger, because he couldn't do anything on the field as a wideout, so he was our punt returner. Remember, we had Josh Huff. He was our punt returner. It was always like, oh, okay, if you can't do well as a second or third wide receiver, or as the first or the second running back, okay, well, you can just go ahead and do kick returns and do punt returns. They always end up like kind of messing us up.
And the same thing they did with Ringo. He can't start at DB, so they put him on special teams, and he's a gunner. Then he runs out of balance, and then comes back, gets a penalty, and like, that's crazy to me. Where you're a defensive back, and you just lost the key battle, with Adoree Jackson on being on the opposite side of Mitchell. Now you go on special teams and you just make this, like, you see yourself running out of balance, and then you come back in. Like, it's simple to me. Like, I don't know how he managed to accomplish that, knowing that you just started your starting spot on defense.
Anyway,
we need to move off this topic, bro.
Anyway.
I told you we started off our episode nice and mellow beforehand. Like, it's obviously it's Tone's boy that go ahead and start this whole entire joint up, right?
That's my guy, Edger, man. That's my guy, man.
And like, is he even still on IG? Is he even still there? Like, he better.
He just dropped in to say that.
Yeah.
He did a
I was
biggie.
gonna say
Drop
that.
unexpectedly like bird shit, and I'm out. That's what he did.
Shit, he got the party started. Look, he got 45 minutes later, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
derailed the whole jump.
Oh
Woo.
God, here we go. Ty, what are you doing?
What happened? What she said?
Well, it's how indeed that. Oh man, my
She said
guy went
what?
to the game last night too.
She
This
said,
morning I got the whole sad story. This morning
"Where,
at the gym,
where
my
the hell
guy
is he?"
Embiid.
You
Yeah,
know, I don't even care where that dude is at right now, for real, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like I don't even think he know where he at. You know what I mean? The
yeah.
doctors damn sure they know where he at. They probably telling his ass to retire. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, you and this gimpy ass leg is not gonna make it. You know what I mean? We knew this would be the case. You know what I'm saying? Maury is an idiot. You know what I mean? For extending this guy's contract. Like, it was no reason to do that. He's no threat to be like, I'm leaving. All right, take your crippled ass somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like, let that be somebody else's headache. I don't know how much more fucking Tyrese Maxey needs to show you that he's the fucking future. He's the man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's that guy that you're gonna build around and a la Allen Iverson. Like stop playing games, man. Stop playing fucking games, man. Be a real general manager of this team and get somebody around this kid Maxey before we waste his years. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, we be trying to sign another ran down veteran who we think, you know what I'm saying, is going to be that guy to push us over the hump. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it's a Philly curse, but as far as, signing with the Sixers, is it's like all of what you used to be goes right out of the window. Like, or you just pick up back on the bad side of the things that people know you for. Like, Paul George want to be healthy, these few years at OKC, and then his last time, he with the Clippers, and now you want to get with the Sixers, now you just battered and bruised and beat up. Like, come on, man. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So,
Question for the panel, because I had this question at work the other day. It was a great question, man. Because I barely could come up with five, if that. Right now, who would you say, without a doubt, I would trade Maxi for that player?
oh,
Ooh,
man.
I said, bro, I'm having a very hard time saying yes to a lot of like trades. Straight up, 1-for-1. So obviously
The
SGA.
only one, yeah, I'm about to
SGA, I
say,
was like, boom.
mhm.
Then Cade Cunningham's name came up, and I was like, ooh, that
boy
one's
get
good.
busy. He gets busy. He
Right. So I
gets
was like,
busy.
that's a good one. And
He
then I
gets
was
busy.
like, and maybe Luca.
No, ain't no maybe Luca. Ain't no
You
maybe
know what I'm
Luca.
saying?
Yeah.
But
No,
after
give me
that,
Luca. Give me Luca.
Wimby. And then after that, I said, yo, if Tatum wasn't hurt, maybe Tatum. And then after that, I said, yo, after that, I don't know. He's
The
leading the league
only,
in scoring. He's second in the league in scoring right now.
and maybe, and Edwards.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's that one. That's what I'm saying. It was tough coming up with the five. I was like, all right, cool. But that, I'm just saying that to your point, Tone, just like you mentioned, like we clearly have a star right now, and we clearly need to figure something out. And if MB, whatever at this point, we just gotta cut ties, whatever. If somebody gets the better half of the trade, but it right now is just not fitting, and it's just what I don't like about it is just a lot of negativity and just it's just too much shit going on with him as a player. Like we got a lot of good things with VJ being here now, and
Mhm.
then obviously the growth and it's crazy because it's like every year he keeps taking another step. It's like just when you think, all right, this is the maxi and this is what we're getting, it's like no, next year he came back and did this.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like just like Tone was saying, we really need to figure out what we need to do in the best interest of the team, and that starts with what we're putting around Maxi and Embiid ain't it.
And Embiid is causing more of a distraction now. Not even just with the injury, just with because anytime they talk about the Philadelphia 76ers, yeah, they talking about Maxey. They bringing his name up, saying MVP season, All Star, and things like that.
Mhm.
But it's still connected to Embiid is like we're gonna go as far as he takes us, but he don't be on the court. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean. He can't take us anywhere if he's not on the basketball court. So I just think the Sixers need to just get him off of the organization, get them out of the talks of anytime they talk about the Philadelphia 76ers, he just won't be affiliated with them anymore. You know what I'm
Now,
saying? It's just been too much of a long period of time where he hasn't been able to be on the court to be that guy.
now this is the perfect time, and I had to send it to Larry, and I was trying to get Larry not to watch this video, but there's this young man that, man, you talk about work ethic and being out there and going through adversity. And I sent Larry the clip because I was like, I wanted to get Tone's reaction about this young man and what he's doing. And it's just with what we're dealing with Embiid and all that stuff and his injuries and all that stuff. And then you see a young man that you're going to see on this video and what he's capable of doing at 14 years old, man. It is just crazy. So, Larry, if you've already dropped the video, I want to get Tone's reaction.
Schooler might be the best athlete in America. Oh, and by the way, he only has one leg. So this is Elijah Schultz, and you are not going to believe what I'm about to tell you about this kid. So Elijah here is an 8th grader at Carl Junction High School in Missouri, and he was born with a rare condition called amniotic banding syndrome, which required doctors to amputate his leg from the knee down, and he is also missing fingers on both of his hands. But I think that was God nerfing him, because this guy is too powerful. First and foremost, I think this kid is like 14 years old. He's benching 300 pounds at 175 pounds body weight. And by the way, I talk about amazing sports stories like this every single day, so make sure you're following. Second of all, he is quite literally untouchable on the football field. Look at this. Look at it, just dusts the entire defense like it's nothing. And you're probably also thinking, what? He probably can't throw the ball because of his fingers. Dot. Right in the back of the end zone. What Elijah is doing with what he has is unbelievable. Might I add, he is a track star who broke a world record for speed. Just cutting up the entire defense, evading tackle. Like, it's incredible what this kid is doing. Oh, and might I add that not only is he a generational athlete, he's got a 4.0 GPA. My guy is a superstar on and off the field. And if all of what I just told you didn't blow you away, get a load of this. In one of Elijah's last games, his doctor told him that he was playing with torn cartilage and a chipped patella, and his prosthetic broke mid-play. So he switches out the prosthetic, doesn't miss a snap, and then scores a touchdown on a bum leg and a prosthetic leg. This kid is a 14-year-old freak of nature who benches 300 pounds, squats almost 400 pounds, and has a 29-inch vertical jump. And below me, you can find Elijah's stats for the 2025 season, and when he's not playing football, he's either running track and breaking world records, being in Super Bowl commercials, and also playing baseball. So before you complain about being tired or sore, just think about this 8th grader from Missouri who has to climb up a mountain every day and decides to sprint up it. This middle schooler might be the
Man, you know what?
Elijah Schultz, man. Shout out to Elijah Schultz.
You gotta send that to my phone because obviously me doing this on the phone, I really couldn't see the plays and all that like that. But yo, that's obviously impressive, man. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? This dude's setting world records with 1.5 legs. You know what I'm saying? Out that joint, like that's crazy, y'all. That right there is crazy. They're missing fingers, like they said, on both of his hands. On both of his hands. You know what I'm saying? And playing baseball? Playing baseball because he can swing a bat, he can put a glove on, throw the ball. Like, yo, man, this is freaking. Just imagine if he did have like all of his limbs like that. Like how could he be greater? You know what I'm saying? Because he definitely, his trajectory is clearly, you know what I'm saying, going up. And he only in the 8th grade. He didn't even touch high school yet.
Yeah.
So he about to be crazy.
Yo, I'll send you the video like afterwards so you can actually see for yourself later on. But no, the way like his third gear is with once again 1.5 leg is crazy. And once again, he's 14. It said squatting 400 pounds, benching 300, and he's 100
with a 4.0 GPA too. Like the kid ain't no dummy. He know everything. He know what's going on. and yeah, he's just a god, man. It's crazy, yo. He blessed, man. Young boy, even though he ain't got like the extremities he ain't got, man, he's definitely still blessed, man.
Yeah, man. I came across that video and I was like, yo, Larry, I need y'all to play this on the pod tonight. Cause I was like, I didn't even want him to watch it. Like I wanted to get his raw reaction, on the show, but he obviously had to download the video, so he had no choice but to watch it. But when I came across that video, man, I was just blown away. I was like, man, that gentleman is extremely blessed. I gave him a follow. He only got like 5,000 followers, so please give him a follow. Elijah Schultz, man, that guy is just phenomenal. But going back to the Embiid thing, that just shows like this dude's out there doing everything and anything to get out on the floor to get healthy. And this is like the kind of thing where, like us as fans, like I get, with the whole trolling and things like that. But when you a diehard 76ers fan and you're playing, hard earned work money that you earned at work to go to these games and stuff like that. That's and there's people out there doing everything possible to just be on the field when that's all we're asking as fans is just give that effort and to put your best foot forward to be on the floor, to try to perform at a high level. And when we don't see that, that's where things kind of go south, but I mean, shout out to the young man, and I just wanted to tie that in and share that video and get y'all reaction with that, man. So salute to y'all for that too.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what's up, man. That's crazy. That's deep.
it's crazy. When we go ahead and look at like, us as Sixers fans, for example, when you go and talk to, the fans and what have you, like, yeah, Embiid, yeah, when he gets back, like he's going to go ahead and dominate this, just wait, blah, blah, blah. And it's a shame because now us fans, every time we hear that, all we think
You ain't gonna do
every single time.
hmm
Every single time. Once again, that drop is perfect. That drop is perfect. So yeah, so every time we hear Embiid say anything about him going to do anything, we just naturally just don't want to say.
You ain't gonna do.
There we go.
I wish I heard everything you said, Larry. I can't hear you, bro.
No?
I
Damn,
thought
for real.
yeah, I hear it, so I don't know what's going on.
I heard
I
it.
hear you
I heard
perfect.
that.
It
Oh yeah.
happened. This is no, last week it happened. The week before it happened, but I
Damn.
don't know.
So you can't hear Cap at all.
I couldn't hear him. I couldn't
Can
hear
anybody
anything he
else hear me?
said.
I'm seeing bars. I see bars on my end.
I
I
don't
don't know.
know,
I
bro.
heard. Him. Yeah. I don't think he went out on mine. I don't know what happened, yo. Gino's still fucking at it, man. Gino's still at it.
Well, if anything, Tone, just say the same thing I said.
I vaguely hear him, bro.
You still can't. You still can't hear him.
Nah,
Oh shit. Oh, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going on.
But just tell them what I said,
He
and
said, huh?
oh Jesus, now you can't hear me either.
No, man.
that Tone gonna have to relay everything over.
Dang, that's crazy, man. You can faintly hear my man.
Okay, how about this? Just in case, continue to talk, gentlemen.
Well, he can't hear. He can't hear that you said that. But he said we could just continue to talk.
Right on it.
But yeah, man. No, man. Like, all right. So we just want to talk about young boy, man. Like I said, going through what he's going through, man, and still getting out there. Like they said, he had a crack patella, whatever the injury my man said he had, and then he snapped his prosthetic on a play prior to that, switched that up, put a new prosthetic on, and still getting out there. You know what I'm saying? Doing it, mind you, not even making millions of dollars like number 21 is. You know what I'm saying? Where you can go and get a surgery here and do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shouts out to that young boy, man, and hopefully he definitely has a career or can make it. You know, what I mean, teams take that chance. On him, like you remember the boy who got the one arm. You know what I'm saying? Who played ball? He played at
Jamal
Austin
Crazy,
P.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he play at Austin P right now. You know what I'm saying? So he don't even wear a prosthetic. You know what I mean? He's out there with one arm and be shooting J's, dunking, and then he like 6'7", 6'8" too. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, man, like these look how much they wanted. You know what I'm saying? Look how much the dudes wanted and out there performing and don't even have everything, that we're blessed to have, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man,
Yeah,
just as long as they get 21 out of here, man, like I said, to put the focus on Tyrese, man. That's the focus the Sixers should be on from here going forward.
yeah. I just think he's in the way, man. I mean, like it's gonna come to a certain point where you got someone like Tyrese Maxey because he's clearly putting the work in, during the off season and all that stuff. So, like, it's gonna come to a point where you're gonna have, him, like raising his eyebrow and looking over there, like, yo, like, what I mean? This dude just in the way. Like, it ain't nothing personal towards Embiid. It's just like, bro, like, it's not working. Things took its course, and we're just at the end of it, and just tough decisions have to be made, and unfortunately, they might be eating, not might, they probably going to be in the majority of that contract.
Hey, man, look, it's a new sheriff in town, if you want to say it that way, and there's a new Batman on the scene. You know what I'm saying? And Tyrese needs a Robin. And B probably at a level in his mind, and, so maybe his status around the league as well too, not to be a Robin, or at least with this team. But we need to move on. We need to move on, man. However we can do it, we move on. The process just ain't process into anything. I don't know how much longer we would have to wait, what I'm saying, for something to process. So
Over
that's a wrap.
processed.
Yeah, like I mean,
Over
it's a pro.
processed.
No, it's a process mess, man. That's what it's been since that boy's been here. Man.
Process. All right, Joel, can you hear me now?
Now I still can't hear you, but go ahead.
You can hear me, Tone, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, yes, sir.
That's you then.
I'll just follow Tone's lead.
All right. So the one thing about that story with the young man that we just got finished watching, Mr. Schultz, uh, the that gentleman should allow us to think about the things that we're thankful for because he has everything that like well, he don't have things that we have. And there's so many things that we at like we're ungrateful for that I know that young man wishes that he had. You know what I mean? So at times like this, around Thanksgiving time, this is the time that we normally have to go ahead and think about and talk about the things that we're grateful for and things that we're thankful for. So I thought now would be a really good time to talk about the things that we're grateful for and thankful for because we're at the end of our episode of 112, and just let's end it with that. Like, what are some of the things, just in general, could be the family, could be whatever. What are you grateful for? That give
Did
y'all time
you
personally.
did you hear that, Joe?
I, I actually, it's delayed, but I'm watching it on here, so we
Okay,
good.
all
I
right,
was able to
all right,
hear the majority of
okay,
it.
all right. I don't know. I started. Hey, man. You know what I'm thankful for. Obviously, for first and foremost, obviously, what I'm thankful for is just, for life. Um, being able to, what I'm saying, or being just waking up every day, man. You know what I'm saying? I think we take life for granted. And I ain't gonna say there's anything wrong with it. Because of course, you just expect to wake up, what I'm saying, tomorrow or the next day or from a nap or whatever it is. And when you walk outside, you just figure you get in your car and go wherever it is that plan to go and not knowing what, the unseen, man. So, like I said, I'm just thankful, first and foremost for life, man. And then secondly, man, I'm thankful for my children, man. You know, they mean the world to me. It's nothing that I wouldn't do for them, and what I'm saying. And then my extended family, and what I mean, all my friends, man. Just thankful for like life, man. If all that for me ties into life, man. What I'm saying, anything that I'm a part of, and anything that I stand for, and what I'm saying, the way I represent myself, man. I'm just thankful for, shit, having the life that I've had so far, man. Coming, as far as I've, come, and the things that I wanted to achieve in life, and what I'm saying, and I ain't done yet. What I'm saying, there's obviously other things in my heart, and in my mind, things I want to do, man. But I'm just thankful for life, man. At the end of the day, thankful for, not having many. or any, you know what I'm saying, like health ailments or things that would just, you know, say hold you down and not allow you to just, you know, live freely and you know what I'm saying, just doing the things that you want to do, man. Because, you know, just like to your point, Cap, that you were saying, you know, it's times like this to be thankful for, you know, the things that we do have versus what we don't have, you know what I'm saying? Things not like having, you know, a certain amount of limbs or not all the limbs that everybody got, man, you know, mentally, man, that could break you. You know, it could break you like, damn, why was I born with only, you know, three fingers, or I was only born with, you know, a half a leg, and then, you know, so you can want to give up in life, or just think, you could think that you're, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to be anything or be productive in this world, man. But to see a story like that, man, you know what I'm saying, and definitely uplift me to, you know, want to do more, you know what I'm saying, for what I do have, for everything that I have, I would say, you know what I'm saying, but, you know what I mean, I don't want, you know, to turn this all, you know, drag it out, but, thankful for life, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, just a lot of those things that Tone said. Obviously, I'm grateful for as well. But I mean, for me, mine's is the family, bro. Like I can't. The reasons why I do the things I do is because of my family first and foremost, and then my family know, like I rock out hard for my family. Like obviously, like with the most recent losses that this family has had, like I'm thankful for them because at some point in time, whether it was one of my cousins, brothers, sisters, like anybody that was there for me during tough times and stuff like that. Over the last year and a half, like it's been crazy, and I'm thankful for those people as well that just just call, text, and all that stuff like that, just to give me a send me their condolences and check on me. Uh, as far as that goes, I mean, man, just a lot of things to be grateful for and thankful for. I mean, me personally, I know a lot of you guys know that I'm fortunate enough to have my own company and do the construction thing, but I'm just grateful to be able to do that and have the ability to do that. So a lot of things that I want to be grateful for, and man, I mean, I'm grateful for this panel. Like Tone, Larry, you guys, my guys, man. I mean, we talk often. We talk a lot more while we're on the pod, but I mean, like I never thought this would, be what it is today. And shout out to you guys. I'm thankful for you guys because I know it takes a lot of time away from our families and things that we have to do. I mean, hell, Tone, I learned a lot this year, with what you go through with your son and him being in the spectrum and having to deal with autism and being a parent that has to deal with that. So I have a whole new understanding from that standpoint. And, I'm thankful for learning that aspect. And then Larry, I know you not only got the family and things that you're dealing with personally, with your employer and stuff like that, and you got a new position and stuff like that, and what you do, with your church and stuff like that. So I'm thankful for you guys. But all in all, man, I'm thankful for everybody that tunes in and supports the pod. And, just, whether it's a message or shoots us a text and asks what we got going on and stuff like that. So thankful for all you guys supporting GNT Sports Talk. But just all in all, man, just again, I'm thankful for just being alive and waking up each day and being blessed to the point of me being able to do what I need to do to support my family or people that are close and near and dear to me. So thank you guys for that.
Oh, well, thank you, Taya. I appreciate you. Uh, definitely appreciate you. Yeah, this don't always highlight all the things that happen with me, but I appreciate that. Thank you. Uh, what I'm thankful for, I mean, obviously, I'm grateful and thankful for life, health, and strength. I'm grateful for me being able to constantly show that I'm able to protect and provide for my family. And my family stretches from right here in Philly and right now all the way out to Colorado. Uh, I'm really, really, really grateful for uh, my relationships that I've gained in the last number of years. Uh, and like a big part of that right now is this community right now. It's amazing the people that I know I can literally call my friends, my family, or my brothers. Like, y'all guys are my brothers. Y'all guys know this already. Whatever y'all guys need, just call me and I'm here for you. But besides that, I mean, there's many times I had private conversations on the side with Taya, like, hey, how are you doing mentally? Like, she asked me, how am I doing? Like, just touching base and make sure that we straight. Keith, he was on here, Mr. Know-It-All. He was on here not too long ago. Like, those type of relationships that I didn't know that was even going to happen, or even going to transpire, has happened. And I'm grateful for all that. The people that's on the show with us on a regular basis, the Lil Mariams, the Doughboy, appreciate you, bro. Drunk Monk B, yo, like B is one of my favorite people in this whole entire world, and that I would not have known that if I did not have my presence on this show with y'all guys. So it's so many people that I'm definitely grateful for this year. Like in particular, and the older that I'm getting, the more I'm starting to really appreciate everybody for what they do and what they provide, and just them being around. Because I mean, look, I just seen someone that I knew that just went ahead and just dropped dead at the age of 46. I'm 48. You know what I mean? So I'm at the point now where I'm starting to see people fade away, and the older I get, that way, the more I'm starting to like really appreciate what I see, what's in front of me. Appreciate the roads and the bumps and the bruises and everything that go along with it. I appreciate that a whole lot more now because I'm getting older. So because of that, I'm grateful for everything. So for all y'all guys that's listening and watching us, we thank y'all so much. As always, I really appreciate you. My team really appreciate you. And another thing that I appreciate, Lil Mariam, I appreciate the fact that you can hear me and Joel can't. So I really appreciate that 100%. Thank you so much, Lil Mariam. I
can hear all y'all. I can hear all y'all.
So I'm happy she can hear us, but Joel can't. So with that being said, I don't know, Gino, the mechanic is right back at it again, but it's all right. But we thank y'all guys so much. Seriously, so much. Happy Thanksgiving to every single one of y'all. I hope this year we can find a little bit more joy and happiness with everybody that you have in your family, just to be able to enjoy them, enjoy them while you have them. Because I'm pretty sure, if you was to talk to Joel on the side, I'm pretty sure he would love to and be able to enjoy his mom and his dad that's no longer with us. I would love to enjoy my grandmother that just passed away this past year. I would love to enjoy all those people, just like y'all guys. So appreciate, just appreciate the people that we have, because we don't know how long we're going to have them. Appreciate you too, Ty. You know the love I got for you. Definitely appreciate it. Y'all, we understood you. We understood you with the one. We understood you. You're good. So you're good. So look, let's get ready to shut this thing down officially. 112 episodes, gentlemen. 112 episodes.
And counting.
Facts. And not planning on slowing down at all. I know Joel, he's going to hear this like mad late, but I'll ask now and then wait for an answer. We may have an announcement. Should we announce it or not announce it yet? I'll let you finally hear me say that. And Tone, is on you, bro.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Episode 112, man. Yeah, like you said, and counting, man. We ain't stopping. Foot on gas, you know what I'm saying? We don't know nothing about no breaks around here, you know what I'm saying? Even though we did take a break over the summer, but that was much needed. But thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of GNT Sports Talk 112, man. This is what we do, man. We appreciate y'all. Y'all know to tap in every Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, 8:15, 8:30. Whenever we get on there, you know what I'm saying? We going to do our thing. And, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate the support. Like I said, happy Thanksgiving. Thankful for y'all. And another person I'm thankful for my baby. You know what I'm saying? Lex G is what it do, baby. But, yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? But tap in with me, man. Y'all know who I am, man. Tone the promoter, right? And our last show, man, we sold out, man. So, salute. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for all that support, man. Tone laugh the pain away. Every third Friday of the month, man. But right now, we are partnered right now with the King's Cafe. We got a show December 19th, which is our toy drive show. So if you come to the show, we please ask that you would bring a toy, a donation up until about $10 worth, man. So, and even if you don't come to the show, you could donate the toy, and I'll take it down there. So, because we giving it, back to needy kids, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody ain't fortunate, and this is the show we talking about being thankful for things. So we thankful for what we got. Let's do the same and bless somebody else who's not fortunate enough to have a good Christmas. But Laugh the Pain Away, December 19th. Tickets on sale. Follow me. You got early bird special until Friday, so y'all tap in with me. I'll get y'all those tickets. It's at a King's Cafe, December 19th. Let's get it.
Shout out to you guys again for tapping in with G&T Sports Talk. Thank you guys. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Have a safe, happy holiday. And listen, if you're going to partake in alcoholic beverages, please be responsible. Use that Uber, use the Lyft, call a friend. Don't get caught out there. Be safe, guys. Bird Gang. Check it out.
So I guess that means no to announcing. So it's all right. We got something. We got something to announce for y'all guys later on.
Hold on, wait. Hey, Joe. So he said something about making an announcement. He said, should we make the announcement now or make it later?
We can make the announcement now. We are currently in the works of getting back to Dimensions by popular demand because of the fact that everybody keep on asking me, everybody keep on asking so, and everybody keep on asking Larry, including the bar staff at Dimensions. They're like, yo, when the hell y'all gonna do the podcast again at Dimensions? We need you guys here. The Eagles just lost a big game, and G&T Sports Talk is undefeated at Dimensions Sports Bar and Lounge, and we will be back again. Pretty soon we'll drop the date. We're working on the date. Right now, tentative date is the Buffalo game.
Woo!
We will be there. G&T Sports Talk, Bird Gang, Cap, and Tone the promoter. Let's get it, baby.
Yes. Ty gave us the yes. Yeah, we've been working definitely working on the date for a while now. So it looked like it's going to turn out right. Yeah. That game is December 28th. Oh man, I cannot wait. But that's okay. But until then, we're going to be here every single Wednesday. Like Tone said, between 8:30 when we usually load up. It's one of those times, it really depends on how things look, but don't worry about it. We're definitely here with y'all. We appreciate y'all so much. I know you're going to be there, Taya, and I know a whole bunch of other people is going to be there too, so we cannot wait to see all of us all together. We're going outside again. So look, we appreciate every single one of y'all so much. Thank y'all for everything. Share, like, comment, subscribe, follow, all that other good stuff. Tell your mama's mama about the show so they can go ahead and tune in too. Do whatever you gotta do. Just make sure you're there. All right. Joel, you laughing? What's going on?
Why you laughing, Joe?
Yo, little Miriam's like, I'm coming with a name tag for Larry.
Come with a name tag for Larry, because he got in trouble when he said you was somebody else last time, right?
Yo, Larry met my cousin Sil, which is Lil Miriam's sister,
and was calling her Miriam.
But when he was on the pod, he was like, "Yeah, I met you, Lil Miriam." She was like, "What? No, you didn't." That was the whole thing with that. I'm like, she lives in Pittsburgh, bro. You ain't
right.
But man, Larry has a tendency of doing all that. Names. Yeah, I mean, he adopted people, calling them the daughter. I mean, all type of crazy stuff.
Right. I don't know what's going on.
We thankful for all that too, Larry. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we thankful for you, Cat. We thank you for you, Cat. Yeah. Without you, there's no way. We wouldn't have, think of how many segments we have like that, man. You like, if you wasn't who you were, we wouldn't have those segments, man. We wouldn't be talking about it right now, right? Would we? We'd probably be off the air. We'd be going, doing our thing. It'd be a wrap. But we
Don't
appreciate
forget
you,
about
Cat.
those pause moments also.
Yeah, he did.
Yo, hold
Yeah.
on, real quick, because Tone, you can vouch for this. So, the episode 2 episodes ago, when we was talking about the Green Bay trip and all that stuff, so we had Mr. Know It All, right? Keith was on.
Okay.
Somehow he forgot about a major pause moment, and I'm sure Taya could vouch for this as well.
Who did? Keith forgot about it?
Yeah. So he was on the podcast, and I don't know if you recall this, but I said, yeah, you was on the podcast. You talked about getting pegged in back of the head, and he forgot about that. And I said, I ain't forget you said that, bro. I said, and it was an ultimate pause moment. And me and Larry was like, yeah, you said that. He said, no, I don't recall saying that. But if I did, that's crazy. Pegged in back of the head.
Yo, wait a minute.
I was like,
Wait a
yo, it
minute.
was you. I was like, bro, you was on the episode with Taya, and that happened. And I was like, I'm gonna go back and find it. And he denied it the whole time.
You know
I
what's
said,
crazy?
no way. Look, Taya just said,
So,
he was like, getting pegged in the back of the head. That's crazy. R. Kelly with the leg drop, Hulk Hogan. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like,
Yeah, he
bro,
was
it
definitely all
that
over the place.
episode.
he was all over the place in that episode. But all right, so I don't remember the verbiage, but I do remember the word peg. I do remember him using that word. I do remember that. So, but if y'all saying the peg on the back of the head, he was definitely on one that night.
That was crazy.
And look, if Ty is saying he said it, then he said it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
And Ty's laughing, so she knows 100% truth.
Yeah, man.
Oh my goodness. Keep
I
trying
said
to.
I would have forgot about that too if I said that.
Yeah, he was saying, like I said, he was saying a lot of wild stuff that episode. Yeah, that was crazy. Because the Hulk Hogan and R. Kelly reference, I've never heard that ever.
Still now, I still haven't heard anything.
That was legendary, man. That was legendary right there.
Yeah. So just in case, if y'all guys want to know the person that we're talking about, he's going to be at Dimensions too. I guarantee he's going to be there, so y'all can actually see him in person and talk about what he said on the pod that he's denying. You can go ahead and talk to him about that too. Hey, look. Hey, I appreciate every single one of y'all. God bless you all. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Enjoy the family. Enjoy your family. To our GNT crew, love y'all. We out. Be easy. So now press the button. Ha! We